All right, welcome back. This has reportedly been dubbed Hell Week by one EU cabinet minister, the beginning of an intensive 10-day push to reach consensus on the most contentious Brexit issues before European leaders gather next week. Kicking things off today, Theresa May's top EU advisor, Olly Robbins, is in Brussels, working on the withdrawal agreement. Tomorrow, Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon addresses her party after pushing for independence and a people's vote. While in Brussels, DUP leader Arlene Foster meets with EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier. And on Wednesday, Barnier will address the European Parliament. And then on Thursday, Brexit Secretary Dominic Raab is back in Brussels for more talks. Well, over the weekend, Ireland's foreign minister went so far as to say the deal is 90% done. So what 10% are they still working on? And to discuss all of this, I'm joined by Darren McCaffrey. He's back, our political editor at Euronews. James Crisp, Brussels correspondent for The Telegraph. And joining us is Brian Maguire. He's a reporter with Euractiv here in Brussels. All right, 90% done. I mean, how fast did that change? Who wants to go first?
Well, unfortunately, things aren't going quite as smoothly as we were led to believe up until very, very recently. In fact, Dominic Raab, while we all expected him to be here on Thursday, that is being marked down as a very, very, very much a TBC, to be confirmed. Okay. It looks like the mood music which we've been hearing, the deal is nearly there, 90%. Now, 90% might be accurate for the withdrawal agreement. But when the rest is the Irish border, that's the main issue. Without that, nothing gets done.
So that's the 10%. So the Irish border, what else do we have?
Yeah, and it's interesting, I think, over the last couple of days, as you said, we've heard from Simon Coveney, the Irish Foreign Affairs Minister. We've heard from Jean-Claude Juncker, who said, I thought a deal could be done by the end of October, if not November, and Donald Tusk as well, saying it will be done in the next couple of months. And interesting, I think, is this, it almost seemed like it was a deliberate strategy. Right. To try and kind of essentially get the British
There's one voice missing, isn't there?
Yeah. There is one voice missing. Theresa May, rather interesting, or a spokesperson today, playing that down substantially, saying that we shouldn't necessarily be that optimistic, while hopeful, of course, that a deal will happen. Yeah,
Brian, I'll go to you on what do you think the Irish border is such a massive...
as well. Theresa May's voice is still absent from this, and it seems like a rope-a-dope strategy in some ways. After Salzburg and the disaster that she had there too, that the idea that this mood music James speaks about, move everybody along, and then we get in the room and nothing gets done, and it's another shambles for Theresa May at the end. And we've got October summit coming up. It looks more like preparation, but Macron said that if things weren't done in October, he wasn't going to attend.
But it looks like she's going to give in, don't you think?
Well, she has to.
And give in to the EU's version of...
She has to give in to the EU to get something, but she'll never be able to sell it back home again.
All right, well, you're doubtful.
I'm doubtful that she can give in on the border. I mean, the problem is we're now getting to a stage where we're talking about very nerdy bits of language. So she won't accept a border in the Irish Sea. She won't accept a customs border. But she'll accept border checks on regulatory standards, because that is different. How is that different? Honestly, I've got no idea.
And to a degree already exists, because there already are some checks on the border between Great Britain and the rest of Ireland.
10 seconds.
These are niceties.
So, I mean, essentially...
All right, I'll give you the last word, because we have 10 seconds. So, Brian.
The Irish Sea is border checks already exist. The DUP won't accept them. Theresa May has nowhere to go.
And the can could no longer be kicked down the road, which it has been for the last
Very
year.
pessimistic.
The can can always be kicked down the road in Brussels.
All right, now, the European Commission press briefings aren't exactly known as places of great hilarity. James here, you showed how to lighten things up last week after Theresa May danced to ABBA at her party conference. So let's take a look at tonight's Raw moment.
Has our ABBA-loving Prime Minister danced her way into your hearts? Voulez-vous a deal? Will you take a chance on May, or is she about to face her Waterloo? And will the winner take it all? Thank you.
My, how can I resist you, James? Okay, well, we appreciate a little dancing. It always takes two to tango. We prefer that the tune was Dancing Queen rather than The Winner Takes It All. And what can I say? Breaking up is never easy. I know.